I thought I'd quickly do another video, another share, and I just want to share these little sprigs that I've been making. Now you'll see here that I've made them in different colors. Essentially they're all actually white cardstock, but I've used two different punches. I've become a bit obsessed with these things lately, but they're so nice and easy to make, and they're really nice to add to the layers of flowers. And these are the two punches that I've used. The one is an X-cut 3/8 of an inch daisy. It's this one. It's really tiny, as you can see here by the punch out. And this one's a bit bigger, and it doesn't have a name on it. But this one I used this punch to make these, and I used this punch to make these. Okay, so to get started, excuse me, I took some wire. This wire was an offcut from flowers that I had bought, and I twist the end of my wire, and then I just squeeze it shut. Well, squeeze it. I don't actually need that loop, so it's really just squeezed on the end so that it looks like this. And then I take a corsage pin and I just load the whole lot up on the corsage pin till I have them looking like this. And then I just roll them onto the pin just to loosen the hole in the middle to make sure that my wire is going to fit. And I don't really count how many I take off, I just kind of guesstimate, and I'll take off that many, and I'll get my wire, and you see there's a little hole in the center, and I push my wire straight into that hole like that, and then I put a dot of glue on the end, take my tweezers and separate the first one, and I just push it to the end, add some more glue, take the second one, push it up till about there. I don't really have, there isn't really a method to this, it's just a case of, the whole thing is really guesstimation, I suppose, because I just wing it and just keep pushing them up until you're happy with the amount that you amount of sprigs that you have on your wire. And then the only tip that I do have for you is to, from this point, leave them to dry. Don't do anything with them. The glue's all wet. Just set it aside and let it dry. And then you'll see with the bigger ones that I have on this mat here, I actually ink them. And then I turn them all face down so that when I've loaded them onto my corsage pin, they're kind of all going in this direction already. And then I just do the same thing. Take the pin, load up a whole lot. There isn't a hard fast rule at this point. Just load them onto your corsage pin, squeeze them around a little bit so that they cup somewhat, and of course loosen up the hole through the middle, so to ensure that that's going to fit on your beading wire or on your wire, floral wire. Push your wire through, add the glue on the end, separate your first one, push it to the end, add some more glue, push that up somewhat, and you'll see that this top one's it's going off to the side. Don't worry about that, because once they dry, okay, so you're going to just load up your sprig onto your wire as much as you want. Once it's dry, it'll all kind of stand out at funny angles because you wouldn't have rolled it. So just imagine that this one was wet and I left it to dry. You're going to put it between the palms of your hand, and you're not actually going to squeeze it, you're just going to roll it lightly in your hands. And by rolling it like that, it actually gives it that shape. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you enjoy making them as much as I have.